Hey up everyone, welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. We are standing in the East Shroud. We didn't finish the quest off the other day. And I'm gonna make this one a little bit of a longer one. So I've dropped it off 4K and brought it down to 1080. I'm sure that won't be too much of a bother for you, but it takes like forever, you know, to render and upload and everything. Like if it's longer than like 20 to 25 minutes, if I was doing it all on my PC, it wouldn't be too bad because I'll fly over there while I'm talking rubbish. So if I was doing it on the computer, it wouldn't be too bad because, you know, obviously people that got YouTube channels and putting videos up all the time, they obviously need their own time to do, you know, like play games, you know, not recording. So I'm going to be carrying on and doing a bit more of the variant dungeon after this. So obviously I'm not going to be on this character, but I thought I'll make like a little bit of a longer video. And maybe get the first of the Crystal Tower series done. I know the first quest line is really long, but we'll see where we're at. We might have to stop like part way through it or whatever, but we'll see. Right, Serpent Lieutenant. Yorkshire, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? Oh, quite well actually. He wanted a duel. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Yorkshire. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Well, yeah, you did say. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nothica's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Yorkshire. Alright. I don't know why I got on me mount. Let's return to Gridania. It's been like a hot summer's day in UK today. Can't believe it. We've only just entered March. Welcome back, honoured Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. She does now, does she? At the stand of the Lotus.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one, yet I fear that dream is still far off. on behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
I mean, usually it's heartburn. But I don't know. This guy's still grovelling. Goodness me, man. Grow a pair. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Yorkshire? I'd hoped Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only admire the adroitness in which he responded to the primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Eorzea, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Yorkshire? Shall we gather back at the rising stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Let's go over there then. Let's do that. Let's go over to Madonna. Hope you've all had a wonderful day today. Like I said, it's been absolutely wonderful today. Well, I say the UK, it might not have been the whole of the UK. I'm just saying, I'm speaking for Yorkshire here. Yeah, it's been like 13 degrees. That's warm. That's really warm for here, for March. Oh gold, it's Memphilia again. Welcome back, Yorkshire. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Eorzea's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Oh, thank God.
Eorzea, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
The Lord of Leving is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Hydaelyn's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yes, she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Oh no, I know. Oh. I didn't do a voice. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm not telling you, 'cause that would be called spoilers. Guardian of Eorzea. Right, okay, now I know what that one is. That's going to be a little solo-y thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start off the Crystal Tower raid series. Now these used to be, I probably said it in another video, but I'll say it again. These used to be optional. Now, because of a certain expansion, they've embedded it into A Realm Reborn. So just like, what was that one up there? Oh, the die one. Yeah, I'll do that later. Yeah, so before it used to be you can do it if you want, but now because I'm in a certain expansion, again, if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm not telling you. You sort of like not well, yeah, you're kind of forced, not forced, because you can skip all these cutscenes. But you're sort of pushed to learn why the Crystal Tower is what it is, and why it is, and what it is, and who it is, and where it came from, and how old it is, and who's going to turn up there, who's not going to leave there, you know what I mean. So now you have to actually do it, so they incorporated it into the story. Now this is Rambros. Why, if it isn't Yorkshire Bumpkin herself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honour of this visit? I was told to come here by a weirdo. You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity you spoke of most surely referred to our latest anthropogeographical endeavour. Got there in the end. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organisation, but that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventure could very well find herself an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Well, yeah, I came to you, didn't I? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first... Yorkshire! I thought it was you. I upskid. What brings you to St. Coinax? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently unsuperable foe, yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well, Master Garland. Our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad to have you aboard, Yorkshire. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let's begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Coinac are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavour aims to delve more deeply into civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the ultimate weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nerotal's Skaver simply awoke it. I mentioned this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Now, to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allegan structure, which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the ultimate weapon, and the Lesser Moon Dalamud before it, it seemed wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analysed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal Gatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and purpose that to the tower to be explored. Words are failing me yet again. Da, 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 da. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendour, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Her bosom. Kerpling. We believe the tower to be a repository of one of the most ancient wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defences, and we could not so much as peek through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defences take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen, the 8 Sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them. It is the first barrier we must overcome. So let's overcome it then. Skid. Sorry, I thought I had time for a slurp then. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is everything beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Yorkshire, but I can think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know her better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Right. Yep, I've had a rest. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower, as I previously mentioned. However, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by a powerful defence mechanism, each utilising one of 4 elements of fire, water, wind or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites in swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analyses, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way? We will not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Eorzea, where both the Sassa's spawning grounds and the Ugamora mines are located. You may be certain that the minerals used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Let's go to the Ugamuga mines first. And then we'll go to the Sapsa spawning grounds. I used to call it Saspa spawning grounds. I probably did like just before I said it then. Yeah. Oh, I'm so thirsty today. Okay. Let's go to the Ugamuga mines. Excuse me. I think I'm high enough level not to aggro anything. I really need to do some more whatchamacallums, roulettes. Get a few levels while I'm at it. Hey up, sunshine. I'm sorry I had to do this matey potato. And dead. Oh, she dead. Right, Sahagins. Sahagin Margin. I got a funky nose again, haven't I? Bloody hell. What's my gear look like? Oh, no, I'll repair it at some point this year. You'll be right. I mean, from like Heaven's Ward onwards, you're just changing it left, right and centre until you've got like the end game gear. Never really have to worry about gear. It's either a dungeon will give you it, or you can buy it on the market board. It's like, it never stops you from doing anything. Unless you're a tight ass and you don't want to part with your gil. I mean, it doesn't matter if I part with my gil because I'm like extremely rich. Got 253,000 gil. Nobody's got that much. Only me. Only me. Right, come on then. You're not that scary, matey. You might be a big lad, but you're not scary. Right, let's go back to St. Coin Axe Find. Okay. I've got what you asked for, Ambrose. I have a funny feeling you're going to be sending me out again. It's a big old crystal, that. I wonder what that'd be worth in our economy. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's stronghold? Well, I've done it, obviously. Come on. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. The purity is outstanding. You have done well, Yorkshire. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, the war camp of the Amalja in Thanalan, the latter in Natalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of Kurthus. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Let's go to Zaharak. Boom. Oh no, we need a hole. There it is. I found the hole. I found the hole. Yes, I did. Oh, please let me go over here. Nice. I like this Beast Tribe music. Thank you, good sir. Let's go to Matalan. I don't think we're going to get an alliance raid done in this video though. I just remembered how long this takes. Because this isn't it, this is like the first step of many just to even like unlock the first alliance raid. But we'll do it. We'll definitely do it. It needs to be done, so I might as well do it. Ooh. I'm dead. Back to St. Coin Axe. I'm getting thrown hitherforth and every dither. No, not that way, this way. That's still like one of the coolest scenes though. I love that. Midgarzoma. Okay. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I might have to change my minion from Goobo. I don't know, because I did promise I'd keep Goobo. I'll have to decide when I get it, because it's like, you know. Yorkshire, it's good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the beastman? Yeah, wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we won't be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquire are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defences, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be requiring your services once again. Sanding it down. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Uldar seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. Though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in, I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savoury parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase, and send you to speak directly with the Guildmaster's Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the Guild into action. In any event, it's my hope that when we next meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Oh no, stop getting on your mounts. Going to Uldar. Come on. Right. Goldsmiths Guild. Hello, Serendipity with a pink hair. Ah, Mistress Bumpkin, welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? I got some money for you. Will you give me something for it? You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Coinac? What fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambrose with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of the fire-respected ether. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jesminova, or Jemime. I do beg your pardon, it seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathise with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I will be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? Oh, press the X. I pressed X. I can't go back to it now. Oh, well, he was just moaning about, not being able to afford it, blah, 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 blah. Yorkshire, it's been too long. What brings you here, then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? He's not happy. Well, now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gill clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming, and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh, no. You're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the Allergan civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big. We never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else. Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it still. Still, after much wringing of the hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea of it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise. As a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here. Even for you, lass. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? That was a tongue twister. While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this lady is a representative of the organisation that reserved the ether sand in question. To mention nothing of the fact that her person is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright. This batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me the role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. Mayhap, yes, mayhap, sir. Okay. Oh, still got to talk to Biggs. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? Well, then rather than sitting on your rump while waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens that I know of a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Fanalan who, very occasionally, handles the Earth-expected variety of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumour as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by certain adventurers' heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. Just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog, and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye. Wedge thought it'd be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he thought. Oh. You know, I didn't realise how much these NPCs like spoke until I started doing this Let's Play. They speak a lot, don't they? Oh no, where is he? Save your greetings. If you're looking for a high blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat. The squat silent type. The type that has handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You stir my tail? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic. But as you asked, my employer, a Lalafellin lad, I wonder who that could be. Wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some sort of manner of special sand. I forget what it was called, but it is apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandits' stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and have not seen him since. Oh, a friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. It is just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Aminja Mithral mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Looks like we're gonna go save him. Save our little chippy chappy. Now, we gotta go over there. Now, what was that one? What's that one? What's that one over there? What is that one? I don't know. I'm not going to it. Don't know what it is. We're gonna go save our little man. I'm just having a slurp. God, I really am thirsty today. Well, at least we won't pull everything. Out, wedgeroo.
How could I be so stupid? Sneaking into a bandit's lair. It's just not the sort of thing I'd do. And I'm going to die for it. No. I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Yeah! I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back.
Hello.
Yorkshire? Is really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell.
He shot himself, Annie.
I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research. As it happens, it was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish, very nearly fatal. But I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away, and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes, and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my Oh dear. Must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive manoeuvres. Seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet.
How about I'll go get it for you?
You'll find the ether sand in my stead.
Yes.
Oh, thank the gods you're a true friend, Yorkshire. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors.
Why are you still shaking, wedgeroo? Poor little wedgie. And there it is. Right. Go back to our little man. There you go, I found it.
Yorkshire, have you had any luck in the ether sand? Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand. And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. They should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right, I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Yorkshire.
Don't you worry about my pockets. This really is a long old quest-a-roo. Let's go ahead and end this in. Ah, Yorkshire, you've returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy, you have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by life or earth. Fire or earth? I don't know what that said. I don't know what it said, and I just clicked out and I clicked it off. I'm sure it wasn't anything important. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the seven hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. Our genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. A jest, of course. It'll be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavour to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambrose, have we had any information on where the water and wind aspected types may be hiding? Not as of yet. I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardising the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order, but first, let us savour the preliminary victory that Yorkshire has won for our cause, if only for a moment. I'll take the money, thank you. Money, 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 must be funny in a rich man's world. I'm going to actually stop it there because it's getting on. Yeah, it's getting on. I said there was going to be a long old video, and it definitely is. So I'm going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.